Good evening, everybody. It is Wednesday night, September 10th. It is break night. We have 2 breaks on top currently with a third break pending. Not a fifth break. That was Monday. You had 5 breaks on Monday, I think. But yeah, so we got 2 breaks on top. Potentially a third one coming if we get basketball closer to being filled. There's 3 spots left in that one. Sorry, I was checking something. Me and one of the members are having a payment issue. Not anything their fault. It's just a technical glitch we're trying to work through right now. So I do have the randoms run for baseball and football. So I did a cheapo Wednesday type break. I was trying to kind of not try to hammer too much. I mean, we still have the reason I picked this box was because we have found with getting 4 autographs that we've had some pretty good autos come out of Score. I know sometimes the value is not as high on it, but I mean, we've had Eli Manning autos, we've had Brett Favre autos. I mean, we've had a plethora of autos. So I thought it was a good product to kind of bring to the channel here. I did pick up 2 more football products for next week. I did pick up a Topps Chrome hobby box, and I picked up a Illusions hobby box because I was looking at the Illusions and it's 3 autos and 2 mems. So we'll have Illusions next week in addition to Topps Chrome hobby. Football is continuing to be a bit of a struggle just because there's just not a ton of product out there. I need to comment the live stream on the page, so give me a quick second. I'm a little behind tonight. Share. I was actually, generally speaking, on time starting tonight. I'm trying to get better about it. Trying to work on pulling it back to a reasonable time. The 10 o'clock starts. We're doing nobody any good favors. Nick, I know, is live doing tier 1. I did end up getting a couple boxes of tier 1, so we will try doing a couple of those on the channel. I just don't love the tier 1 prices. The tier 1 prices are just wild to me. All right, got that. All right, let me get the tags in for Score football. Andrew like destroyed the mini as soon as I put it up. He's like, close it, which is funny. If you guys actually notice the trend with the minis, a lot of times I put discounted prices on things. If you actually do the math compared to what the actual cost of those teams were, a lot of times I discount some stuff off because I'm trying to make the mini price reasonable. And so a lot of times if you just bought out the entire mini, you'd actually pay less. So it's just something I try to do to make what you get and win in the mini also kind of, relatively speaking, just the mini itself seems like it's a good deal. All right, I think that's everybody for football. Let's do a serial number giveaway tonight. So we're going to do a serial number giveaway tonight. So go ahead and I'm going to put that in the strip on the bottom there, but go ahead and put a serial number, whatever you think left of the slash is going to be for a serial number tonight. And I'm going to tweak it up a little bit. if you put a number less than 99 as your serial number, Hunt, you will get $5 break credit for every time that number gets hit. If you put a number greater than 99, you'll get a $10 break credit if it hits. So 5 for less than 99, 10 for greater than 99. Thomas is going 162. And again, every time you hit that serial number, you will win that money. It's not a one and done. So let me update that in the list here. All right. And just updated the scroll bar on the bottom. All right. So I had Thomas at 162. He's going for some $10 tonight. Frankie's going 3. Liam's going 1. And Ash is going 37. Ash, you didn't get any breaks tonight. What the heck? I got spots in basketball if you want it. Can't see me smiling behind the background here. Freaking gnat's been driving me crazy. Did I get it? Finally got it. Stupid freaking gnat. Ugh, driving me crazy. She's being audited. Like, are you being joking or sincere? I don't know sometimes with people. Sometimes I think they're joking, and then I find out, no, actually they're being serious. I'm like, oh, sorry. Chad, 35. If you told me you were being audited, then I would believe that more. All right. So Andrew's going to get the first 6 packs for the Texans in this one, and Jaw's going to get the last 6 packs for the Texans in this one. So let's go ahead and get right into it tonight. If we get 3 more spots taken in basketball, that break will run tonight. So it's 14 blaster boxes. I know that Monopoly has been a bit rough, but I figured for the volume of boxes, actually, I'll just do this. I'll do the first 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you remember, Becky actually had the Thunder. I would say 76ers. Sorry, it's 10 packs? It says 10 packs. All right, so do it like that. All right, so 5 and 5, 10 packs per box. That was 12. I would say 76ers is probably the best. Jared McCain seems to have some of the best value. You need to replenish your inventory. All right, so this is going to be Andrew's side. This is going to be Jaw's side. So I'm going to slide them over like this. Yeah, I would say 76ers, Chad, would be the best out of that group. I would also say, let me look at who's still open on that. I'd also say the Hawks for Rishashur is also a good pick. We're chasing the numbered cards. We're chasing the parallels. Like I said, I figure what I was doing was the volume in this case versus the cost was where that kind of I thought was beneficial. Plus, you get to pick your team. Unless Andrew picked. So Andrew picked Bucks and Mavs. Okay. So let me update that. So I would say, yeah, Bulls, Hawks are all good teams. And 76ers are all good teams out there. Bucks and Mavs. The fact that the Monopoly still can hit 101s, I think, is impressive. What's up, Kevin? So baseball is filled, so that random has been run, so we'll run that after this one. So let's go ahead and get started here with Score Football. So 4 autographs in this one. We are looking at 2023 Score. Rashad White, Marvin Jones Jr., Jared Goff, Desmond Ridder, Christian Watson, Travis Etienne Jr. Hawks are still good. Yep. So you want to take the Hawks? All right. Let me go ahead and update Ash in there. So spot 5, 6, 8, or 8, 9, or 10. Which one do you want? You got 5, 6, 8, 9, 10 available to you. $82. You got it, Kevin. 82. 6. All right. I actually have one of the breakers I follow on my TV to the right here tonight. I don't really have great Wednesday entertainment that I put up on my TV that doesn't end up being distracting in itself. So I figured, screw it, I'll put him up on my TV on the right. It's like it's still in the same nature. So, all right. Ash, you are in. All right. Back to this. All right. Here we go. Keeping it going. We got Justin Simmons, Kevin Baird, Max Crosby, Brian Urlacher, Geno Smith, Jalen Ramsey, Gerald Everett, Juju Smith-Schuster, Tyler Boyd, Buda Baker, Harrison Butker, Amari Cooper, Ramondre Stevenson, Damar Hamlin, Sam Howell, P. Ryan, Myles Garrett, Zach Martin. Of course, you're going to flip on me. Isaiah Hodgkins, Hassan Reddick. We got Sam Hubbard backwards. That is Sam Hubbard, 83. Kevin, you are one off on that one. 83 of 100 for Sam Hubbard. First number. This product has a lot of numbered cards in it. HN. I forgot about that. The Dolphins actually had HN in here. I didn't price that in there accordingly. Oh, well. HN on the draft. HN again. What the hell's the difference? We just got double HN. The franchise running backs. Christian McCaffrey. Okay, apparently we're getting doubles of everything. A.T. Perry, Cam Smith, Tucker Kraft, Osiris Torrance, Xavier Hutchinson, Dorian Thompson-Robinson, Brian Breesy, Imbram, DeMarco Hellman, and that is definitely expired. That was close, Kevin. That was very close. And then I am going to separate, let's see, there's Commanders, right? So, no, Texans. Make sure I get the Texans all pulled out here. I got my head crossed because I was thinking Commanders. Dolphins, Falcons, Giants, Cowboys. I actually, once again, I made a long journey to come back and do breaks tonight. I actually started in New Jersey today. I was up on southern Jersey this morning. I drove up there yesterday, and of drove down today to come back and make sure I could do breaks for y'all tonight. So had some work up there. Actually, it worked out because I had a doctor's appointment in Baltimore that I needed to go to, and they were doing a meeting up in New Jersey. And I said, well, I could drive home or I could just drive up to see you all. And they're like, just come on up. And I'm like, okay. Instead of having to charge my vacation time to go my doctor's appointment, I got to charge work time. It's like, hey, it worked because it was along my route. Brett Favre, Taysom Hill, Saquon Leonard, Russell Wilson, Derrick Henry, Luke Kushel, Jonathan Taylor, Russell Gage, Jamal Agnew, Chris Jones, Roquan Smith, Kyler Murray, TJ Hawkinson, Quandre Diggs, Josh Jacobs, Chase Claypool, Talion Hufanga, Zeke Elliott, Quinnen Williams, AJ Brown, Najee Harris, Donovan McNabb, Sterling Shepard for the Giants, Joel Benito, Matt Judon, Dawson Knox, Josh Downs is going to be Kevin, we are just all around it. 88 of 100. Another close one for Kevin on the serial number guess. We're just all around that number. Josh Allen, Men of Autumn. Will Levis, who's out for the year. Geno Smith, Breakthrough. TJ Watt, Franchise. Eric Gray. Clark Phillips III. Jalen Hyatt, Rookie. Hendon Hooker. Jaden Reed. Kendra Miller. Henry Tutoto. Rashawn Johnson, and Rakeem Jarrett. Hey, Thomas, did I hear that Hendon Hooker got released by the Lions and he's no longer on that team? Did I hear that correctly? That Hooker is now teamless at the moment? Just doing my Texans check here. All right. Next pack for Andrew. I haven't hit any of the autos yet. I feel like we're gonna have one in this pack. I feel it in my bones. My bones are cold today. I was freezing today when I got home. Michael Pittman Jr., Matthew, AJ Dillon, Chuba, Warren Moon, Cade Otton, Trayvon Walker, Amon-Ra St. Brown. Come on. Tyler Aguilar, Patrick. He was just in. How is he having trouble finding this? He literally was just in the stream. Patrick Peterson, Lamar Jackson, Derek Carr, Jaquan Bissett, Kyle Jusick, Allen Robinson, Keenan Allen, Travis Swift, Jamar Chase, Nick Chubb, Michael Gallup, Joe Klecko, Miles Sanders, George Pickens, Bradley Chubb, Stephon Diggs, Kenny Pickett, Quentin Nelson, 72. Jeez. Kevin, I don't know how much closer we're going to get on this one here. 72 of 100. Saquon Barkley, Justin Herbert. Really? I did tag him. Jahmyr Gibbs, Zay Flowers, Josh Downs, Clayton Tune, Bryce Ford Wheaton, Chase Brown. I forgot Chase Brown's a rookie in this product for the Bengals. Chase Brown, Brian Branch, Michael Mayer, Broderick Jones, Rashee Rice, who's suspended again, and Nolan Smith. Hold on. I'll give him a hand. and then I'll help him. Let's see. Copy link. Oh, let's do that. I just sent him the link. All right. No auto in that one. Yeah, we're going to get all the autos on one side here. All right. Next stack. Laramie Tunsil for the Texans, Rashad White, Marvin Jones Jr., Jared Goff, Desmond Ritter, Christian Watson, Travis Etienne Jr., Justin Simmons, Kevin Baird, Jimmy Ward, Cam Akers, Austin Eckler, Randy Moss, Jarius Sneed, Marlon Humphrey, James Conner, Adam Thielen, Tyreek Woolen, Najee Harris, Donovan McNabb, Sterling Shepard, Joel Bitonio, Matt Judon, Dawson Knox, Jahan Dotson, Sam Hubbard, Chris Jones on the scorecard, DJ Moore, the franchise wide receiver, Jackson Smith-Njigba for the Seahawks, Bijan draft, Michael Wilson is going to be autograph number 1 for the Arizona Cardinals. So Cardinals kicking this off with the first autograph here. That one is headed off to Spencer Sharp. Then we got Rashawn Johnson, Raheem Jarrett, Achan for the Dolphins, Will Anderson Jr., Cameron Peoples, Antonio Johnson, Jordan Addison, Anthony Richardson, and Michael Wilson. No CJ Strouds yet. No 101 CJ Strouds. I wonder sometimes how much score stuff is still sitting out there, like 101s and score, because it's a hot topic. It's a hot product when it first comes out, but then fades off pretty quickly as other products start coming out. Especially like when Mosaic and stuff. I feel like last year at this time we were ripping Mosaic. But I think that's how far behind we are. I mean, there's not even a preview post of Mosaic football for Panini's website, which is a bit concerning to me. It makes me wonder if they're even going to bother with Mosaic football with their license expiring in March. At the prop ball. Two more. Actually, let me update that. Two, and there are 4 spots left in that one. I mean, I'm definitely hoping it's going to be a better one than the last couple. Yeah, I don't know. I don't see the Yankees. I don't know where the Yankees are going to. I don't know what the Yankees need to do. I mean, you lost Garrett Cole, so that's a big loss. But then what do they do kind of going through the offseason and stuff? Like, I don't see them as a Super Bowl contender, or a Super Bowl. Oh, my God. World Series contender this year. Romeo Dobbs, Juwan Johnson, DeForest Buckner, Jerry Jeudy, Ryan Tannehill, Frank Ragnow, Michael Vick, Davis Mills, Quentin Nelson, Marquez Valdez-Scantling, Joe Mixon, Isaiah Simmons, George Kittle, Jerick McKinnon, DK Metcalf, Max Crosby, Fireboone. I actually think you're right, Nick. I mean, this year has been a dumpster fire for them. I know they're still over 500, but it's been a dumpster fire year for them. I think I was listening to the fan this morning that said Volpe couldn't even bunt the ball. He was just popping it up, and that they've kind of just I've heard discussions that they've thrown the towel in on Volpe for shortstop and starting, basically. Urlacher, Gino, Eli, Andrew Weil, Brees Hall, upside down. Brees Hall, Josh Allen, Wyatt Teller, Trayvon Diggs, Khalil Mack, Dallas Goedert, Justin Jefferson, 44 of 100. Quentin Johnson, Trevor Lawrence, Justin Fields, Will Anderson Jr., hot rookies. Nick, how was your tier 1 tonight? Peter Sorosky, did you pull the Charizard? Cedric Tillman, Stenson Bennett, Miles Murphy, Deuce Vaughn, Zay Flowers, Jake Hayner, Andreas Evason, and Tajay Spears. Man, I can't imagine when somebody pulls that Charizard bat knob, how much that card is going to go for. So I heard a thing about the fan was talking about today about position players and why when the rosters expand for the end of the year that you don't see a lot of position players called up, especially some of the big prospect ones. And they said it has to do with the years that they have them locked up for under that kind of first year contract type stuff. And that basically they said if you look at Aaron Judge, they got him locked up. A couple insert cards, Andrew, nothing major. No big CJ Strouds for you as well. But that there's a strategy about they don't want to pull up big position players until they're actually ready for them to come up in the league. Andrew, we're doing the... I was listening to Boomer and I can't remember what the other guy's name is. They were mentioning something about that. Andrew, by the way, we're doing the serial number giveaway tonight. So if you want to throw a serial number into the rat race, you could win some money. I did also change it. If you guess a serial number above 100, you can get $10 break credit instead of $5. Well, that is always, yeah. I mean, God, who was it? Jim Fossil. I mean, before Coughlin came in, that was the problem with Jim Fossil for the Giants was he was too much of a friend, and he was getting steamrolled in the clubhouse. Like people just didn't respect him anymore in the clubhouse. And then they had to have Coughlin in that instituted tough love, and the Giants, won a Super Bowl all of a sudden. I think you're right. I think Boone's probably done. I feel like they're kind of a directionless team right now. All right, Jaws, the Texans on this side of the box. But I agree. There's a lot of players that I think that are done. I think Goldschmidt's gone. I just don't know entirely where they go. I don't know why they got rid of Bader. I thought Bader was a good fit for the team. Kirk, AJ Terrell, Justin Fields, Marshawn Lattimore, Paris Campbell, Cortland Sutton, Malik Willis, Jameson Williams, Sam Darnold, Nick Bosa, Tyler Higbee, Josh Palmer, Patrick Mahomes II, Joey Burrow, Ray Lewis, DeAndre Hopkins, KJ Osborne, Zach Wilson, Tua Tagovailoa, Jonathan Allen, Nick Chubb, Michael Gallup, Joe Klecko, Miles Sanders, George Pickens, Bradley Chubb, Chandler Jones on the scorecard, Jalen Hurts on the autumn, and Well, we're seeing this commonly. Jalen Hurts again. This is the double ups. Yep, there we go. Josh Allen, Josh Allen. Christian Gonzalez, Dalton Kincaid, Mike Jones, Tank Dell, Jaron Hall, Keaton Mitchell, Tre'Davious Higgins Tomlinson, Josh Downs, and Clayton Tune. Did Mattingly come back to the Yankees? Or did Mattingly come back as a hitting coach for the Yankees? Or am I just making that up in my head? I don't know why I thought Mattingly came back to the Yankees. Or maybe he went to Miami. I don't remember. I think I'm making stuff up in my head again. I do that periodically. So we should have... So 3 out of these next 4 packs should all have autos in them. That's what I thought. I thought he did come back as a batting coach. All right, here we go. Rondé Barber, Mark Brunell, Aiden Hutchinson, Kyle Pitts, Brett Favre, Taysom Hill, Shaquille Leonard, Russell Wilson, Jalen Ramsey, Gerald Everett, Juju Smith-Schuster, Tyler Boyd, Budda Baker, Butker, Debo, J.K. Dobbins, Daniel Carlson, Mika Fitzpatrick, Mac Jones, James Cook, Thibodeau, Trent Williams, Tyreek Hill, which I'm hearing rumors that he's requested a trade, Matt Milano, Kareem Hunt, Micah Parsons, Adrian I can't say this guy's names, but it's 18 of 50. Nobody at 18. I had 12 out of 13, closest one. But for the Bengals, Ozaveus. I've heard his name said, and I just cannot say it right now. I don't speak it well. Asavas. I don't know. There's a Bryce Young draft. Kyler Murray, Joe Burrow, Chase Young, Joey Porter Jr., Darnell Washington, Noah Sewell, Marvin Mims, Badgett Carter, Stevenson, Keyshawn Boot, Max Dugan, and a worthless kid reporter. Well, I hope we didn't lose our autos in those doubles packs where we had the 2 inserts card each. Interesting, it does actually say 4 autos on it. Yep, 4 autographs on average. Well, that should mean the next packs should all have autos on them. Because we've gone through all the packs that wouldn't. Is Chase... I'm trying to think. Where did Chase Young end up? Because I feel like I haven't heard his name mentioned in a long time. I know he was bouncing around through some teams after he left Washington, but I don't actually remember where he ended up. All right. Saints? Oh, okay. That probably explains a lot. All right. So we should have an auto in here. Derrick Henry, Luke Kuechel, Jonathan Taylor, Russell Gallant, Jamal Agnew, DeAndre Swift, Cordell Patterson, Jair Alexander, Chris Olave, Devin Hester, Joe Montana, Aaron Donald, Mike Williams, Pacheco, Higgins, Ertz, Townsend, Revis, Gainwell, Freemuth, Thompson, Gabriel Davis, Dexter Lawrence, Zach Wilson, Tua, Jonathan Allen, Joe Mixon on the scorecard, Saquon Barkley, Jalen Hurts, Hendon Hooker, and autograph Marvin Mims. Well, at least we got an autograph so far. Marvin Mims for the Denver Broncos. That one went out to Andrew on the personal mini. I hope we're setting up for like some big autograph here. Hayden Haswood, or Jaden Haswell, Tank Bigsby, Christian Gonzalez, Dalton Kincaid, Mike Jones Jr., Tank Dell, Jaron Hall, Keaton Mitchell, and Travius Hodgins Tomlinson. I think I said tomorrow for baseball I'm doing Finest and Logo Fractor, but I can't remember. My memory is not what it used to be. And actually, I'm not sure if my memory was ever there in the first place, but that's okay. I will put a notice up in the group, but just while I'm just checking for Texans here, just a reminder, the week of September 29th, there's going to be no breaks that week. That is going to be the week that Aiden is getting his surgery, and I'm going to basically be living in the hospital for that week, as well as just be trying to hope that he can figure out how to sleep. We've seen some videos of some kids with these things on, and it scares us a bit. So they're not in pain, but it's like, it looks like they're wearing the boot that you jumped into when you played Super Mario Brothers and jumped around the video game. Like, that's some of the people, it looks like the size of these things. Josh Allen, Jamal Williams, Drake London, Alan Lazard, Jamias Winston, Greg Dulcich, Jeffrey Simmons, Jordan Love, Brian Burns, Patty Mahomes, Joe Burrow, Ray Lewis, DeAndre Hopkins, KJ Osborne, Jamal Adams, Darren Waller, St. Brown, Leonard Williams, Joe Thomas, Rob Gronkowski, Devin Singletary, Curtis Samuel, Chad Johnson, Zeke, Quinnen Williams, A.J. Brown, Trevon Diggs for the Cowboys. That is 13. Winner, chicken dinner, $5 break credit to Andrew Huther. 13 of 35 on the Cowboys, Trevon Diggs. Very nice. So $5 break credit goes to Andrew. Credited to your account. All right, let's run this through now. Russell Wilson, the franchise, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Anthony Richardson. We got hosed in auto. Aaron Rodgers, Sean Tucker, Andre Carter, Eric Gray, Clark Phillips III, Jalen Hyatt, Hendon Hooker, Jaden Reed, Kendre Miller, and Henry Tuatu. So maybe there's a dual auto in the next one, because I think that's how that kind of works in this product, is if you get a dual auto, they count that as 2 autos, and you only get 3 actual individual cards. So here's hoping. I don't think I missed an auto. I saw those doubled up inserts, and it got me worried. It was a cheap product either way. So, all right, last pack on this one. All right. Let's make sure there's an auto in here. Looks like there is at least an auto in here. Doesn't look like it's a dual, but we'll see. Looks like we got Panini, though. Robert Tonyan, Alvin Kamara, Alec Pierce, Akawu, Aaron Jones, Shaq Thompson, Nico Collins, Leonard Fournette, Rondell Moore. I knew that was going to happen. Marcus Brown, Harrison Smith, Richard Sherman, Hunter Renfrow, Eddie Jackson, Nick Bosa, Tyler Higbee, Josh Palmer, Tom Terrific, Jim Kelly, Chase Young, Deshaun Watson, CeeDee Lamb, Tyler Conklin, Devontae Smith, Deontay Johnson, Jalen Phillips, Sean Tucker on the scorecard, DK Metcalf, Justin Jefferson, Tanner McKee, I forgot about him, and Quentin Johnson on the autograph to 10. This guy, you know, I got to tell you, this card might start running up in value, because Quentin Johnson looks like he might be one of the number 1 wide receivers on the Chargers for Herbert now, because that boy was catching passes. That's not bad. That is 9 of 10. Nobody had 9, but that's not terrible. I think at the time back in 2023 would say, oh, it's the worst rookie you could have got. I don't believe that's true anymore. First down, 9 of 10 autograph, Quentin Johnson. Keep an eye out on those cards because those could really run up. But it looks like we did get panini'd. We only got 3 autos. They told us we should have got 4. Dwayne McBride, Eli Ricks, Jackson Smith-Njigba, Tanner McKee, Darius Davis, McIntosh, Witherspoon, Kyon Evans, and KJ Henry. We didn't see a single CJ Stroud either. All right. So, inexpensive break. Thought it was inexpensive. Tomorrow we're going to go back to Breaker's Delight on Topps Chrome. So we'll have one of those and we'll do some more score. We'll go back to some score product. So, all right, let's do the recap on football. Sounds like Ethan is bouncing in his room like crazy right now. All right. So we got a Quentin Nelson to 100. There we go. Quentin Nelson to 100. Trayvon Diggs to 35. Justin Jefferson to 100. Sam Hubbard to 100. Josh Downs to 100. Andre Isovas. I know it's not how you say his name, but number to 50. Yeah, I think he's going to be a much better player this year. Marvin Mims autograph, Michael Wilson autograph, and not to be slept on, Quentin Johnson, 9 of 10 autograph. So solid auto there, at least. That is football. All right, we're going to jump into Donruss baseball now. NBA, last checked, had 2 spots left needed to let's see, just going to double check this. All right, so we still have 2 spots needed in order to run basketball tonight. So we'll see where we're at the end of this break. And I will make an executive decision. If we say, ah, screw it, I'll just run. No, because it was out of 35. It's left of slash. That's right of slash. So good try, but no. Otherwise, everybody guessing like to 10, to 15, to 50. I do need to put the Cactus Jack break up. I'm wondering if I should put that up. I'm kind of thinking I should switch up the 8 o'clock break tomorrow. And instead of doing another NBA break, because I think we've been doing a lot of NBA, I'm thinking about switching up the 8 o'clock break to doing a Cactus Jack WWE break for tomorrow. I got to double check the checklist on that. I'm debating whether to do that as a letter or just do it by random wrestler. I think random wrestler always seems to work out pretty good. So we might see a change on that for tomorrow. I'm going to go ahead and update the break list. Yeah, I think I'm just going to go ahead and make the call and say NBA, Monopoly NBA is going to be guaranteed tonight. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to make the call and I'm going to say, I'll put that in the group. 14 times Monopoly NBA Blaster. Monopoly basketball. Blaster will run tonight. Has 4 spots left. All right, so I am making the call. We will run the NBA break tonight. So if you want in on that NBA break, go ahead and get in. I'm going to update the stream here. 4 spots left. 25 per spot PYT, and will run tonight. I'm going to make that call. All right, so we will do that one tonight. I'm going to go ahead and just grab a spot myself right now. I'm going to just go ahead and take spot 10, and I'm just going to put the Knicks down because that's my team and that's the only one I care about. So we're going to go ahead and make that call. So now actually there's 3 spots left. All right. Alrighty. Let me get the tags in for baseball now. Andrew's in it. Greg's in it. Matt's in it. Cody's in it. Brad is in it. Frankie's in it. I think that's it. I don't think I have. All right, yep. All right, so I think that might do that. I think we're going to do Cactus Jack tomorrow. I think I'm going to change that from NBA to Cactus Jack. You guys agree with that? Oh, I hear him. Trust me, he sounds like he's coming through the closet right now. Although he's finally calmed down. But yeah, I agree with you. He definitely sounds like he's just bouncing like crazy. Need some more top loaders here because I know this one's going to have a lot of top loaders in it. Hey, hun, by the way, we're doing the serial number thing, so if you want to get in on it, you can. You can go ahead and put a number in if you want. Oh, I thought I heard some voices coming through there telling him to settle down. I hear voices in my head. They come to me. They talk to me. They talk to me. Oof. You want to take Sandy's 76ers on a random? All right, Chad, you got it. I think that's a good pick. Wow, I just see on the side here for one of the people I do occasionally do a break with now and again. Just open a full box of tier 1. The autos were Caden Dana and Jimmy Rollins. I think there might have been a patch in there. Oh, yeah, there's a patch for Manny Machado. That's it. $400 for that. I feel like okay. Bulls, I would say, Kevin. All right, so Chad, you're gonna get spot 5. And you're gonna get 76ers. And Kevin, we'll go spot 8. Yeah, Kevin. Kevin Stevens, and we'll go Bulls. I think Bulls is probably with Bazulis, probably your best bet right now. Yeah, 2's good. Yeah, so the way I said it, hun, was if you pick a number below 99, you win $5 break credit every time it hits. If you pick a number above 99, you get $10 break credit every time it hits. So 2 works. All right, we're gonna put Lisa down for 2. Greg's still hoping for that 12 to hit. So he just opened his second box of tier 1. He got a dual patch Mark Teixeira card, which that's not terrible. The trouble with tier 1 this year is there's 4 cards in it. It's $400. Between every card is worth, valuation basically with every card is $100. All of the baseball stuff has gotten really expensive. And I don't understand entirely why, because I don't necessarily see all the value in it right now for that. All right, so Lisa's going to go 2. Like, I'm not seeing that kind of value in baseball right now. What's making some of these prices go, like tier 1 a couple of years ago was only, I think, 300, if not less, 250. Inception was only a $200 box. And now Inception's pushing 4. Tier 1's coming out at 450. Like, just, you lost my live. Weird. I don't have any error messages right now. Let me see. Let me just check it from my phone. Can't find this Facebook stream here. All of the baseball stuff. Still showing good for me right now. Okay. It's weird. All right. Thanks, Kevin. It gets weird sometimes. All right. So here's your teams going into the baseball break. You got Cody's got the Pirates, the Padres, the Phillies, the Mariners, the Cubs, and the Rangers. Andrew's got the O's, the White Sox, the Cardinals, the Angels, the Reds, and the A's. Frankie's got the Dodgers, the Nats, and the Astros. Greg's got the Brewers, Giants, Mets, Guardians, Diamondbacks, and Twins. Matt's got the Red Sox, Blue Jays, and Braves. Matt's also got the Yankees, Marlins, and Rockies. Brad's got the Tigers, Royals, and Rays. And we covered everyone else. So we're good. Yeah, we're hard plugged in for Breeze Line. There is a lot of packs in this product. There's a lot of numbered stuff. We could be giving away a lot of break credit in this one because that's all the packs in here. There's what? 24 packs, but it feels like more. All right. I'm going to do a couple packs here. So we should get 3 autographs unless we get Panini again. Let's do 4 at a time. All right. I'm going to go 4 at a time. So good luck, everybody. It could be a lot of credit given away on this one. So let's see. Jace Jung for the Tigers. Ian Kinsler, Austin Wells, Evan Carter, Kyle Teal, 21 of 199. And George Lombard Jr. on the backwards card. Not sure what that's going to be. That'd be nice if that was an auto, because he is a prospect in this, and he does sign in this case. All right, 199 got the mark for lowest. That's just a silver optic for the George Lombard. Trey Savage, Bryce Matthews, Darren Baker, Bobby Witt Jr., Dwight Gooden, Jake Arata, backwards Randy Johnson. I'm not sure why Randy Johnson was backwards. I think it was just backwards because it was an optic card versus a Donruss card. Cam Smith, Cash Mayfield, Cam Smith, Tim Hudson, David Ortiz, Willie Stargell, David Ortiz again, not numbered on that one. Carson Bang, first auto, and it is a good one. Christian Moore for the LA Angels, going to Andrew Huther. Very nice. It kind of looks like he wrote Seanock. But then I can kind of say CM. But it really looks like he wrote Seanock. Or a lot of other variations you can have with that. But Christian Moore, very nice on the optic signature on this one. So that's a good start. And that is numbered 6 of 35. Nice. Going to Andrew. Nice hit, Andrew. 6 of 35 on the Christian Moore. Solid. So you have 6. Nobody had 6. David Shields, Bubba Chandler, Jack Leiter, Adam Wainwright, Andrew Walters, Trey Savage on the red optic. That is 78 of 99. Again, just skirting it there, Kevin. We were just all around your number tonight. All right. Aside from the auto, that's our lowest non-numbered card there. So let's just put that one up there. I expect more. We got James Tibbs, not numbered. Barry Larkin, Milestones, Malcolm Moore, and Cooper Pratt. This box was brought to you from San Diego because that's where I bought it from. So this box went across the country, and then I brought it back across the country just for you all. So this is from a card shop out in San Diego that I picked it up at and brought it over to you all just to kind of, I think, break up a little bit of some of the baseball stuff because we've just been hammering away at Topps Chrome. I have so much Topps Chrome right now still. Still got 4 boxes at the card shop and yeah, just a bunch. A bunch of Topps Chrome right now. Still got 2 jumbo boxes too, so I might be pulling one of those jumbo boxes back and doing a break. We might do a jumbo box break because it's just not moving up at the shop. All right, here we go. Colt Keith, Jario Arade, Jim Leland, Carlos Beltran, Cam Caminiti rated prospect on the hollow foil, not numbered. Yusar Gonzalez, Dalton Rushing, Brock Wilkin, Will Wagner, Lou Gehrig, Jake Bloss, Terry Francona, Cal Ripken backwards on the optic, Marcelo Mayer unleashed, a fake card. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Maybe we should just do Cactus tomorrow instead of another NBA break. Let's just put it out there. Christian Moore, Carson Williams, Cliff Lee, Chipper Jones, Jim Rice, Jacob Wilson, Bryce Terang, not numbered, Leo DeVries, Connor Griffin, Augustine Ramirez, Jim Catt, Pee Wee Reese, Luis Angel Acuna, Edgar Martinez, Ken Griffey Jr. Oh, if this was an auto, how sweet would this be? And it's just an optic Ken Griffey Jr. Aaron Judge on the Diamond Marvels. Matt Shaw and Thatcher Hurd. Oh, that would have a couple of nice cards there that were backwards. Would have really sweetened that box up quite a bit. Yeah, so I think we're going to do a Finest logo fractor break tomorrow. We'll do a pay by team on that. It should be cheaper than when we do the finest chrome hobby. We'll have the Breaker's Delight for football, and we'll do Cactus Jacks for WWE. Bring that on. I do have some select NASCAR coming as well. We do have Glory of the Game. We'll be doing some breaks with that. So once that arrives, we'll get that all kind of squared up. I'm only hoping that we're only going to have to take a week off from breaking. So Craig Biggio, Jordan Lawler, Catfish Hunter, John Smoltz, Hurston Waldrop on the hollow foil, not numbered. Pee Wee Reese on the silver optic. Luis Baez, Chase Collender, Ivan Rodriguez, Prince Fielder, Ozzie Smith, Nolan Ryan, Albert Pujols backwards. Just an optic. Rhett Lauder rookie card. Levi Sterling, Nick Kurtz, Dylan Cruz. I didn't know Kurtz was in here. Pablo Sandoval, Nick York. Actually, I should have known that. Miguel Tejada. I think I locked him. 3 of 149. Ivan Rodriguez. Did we have a 3? 3. Frankie Riffle. $5 break credit to you. Ding, 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 ding. Frankie Riffle with the $5 break credit. We got 2 winners of $5 break credit tonight. So Frankie's taking a $5. Cha-ching. You got $5 break credit to you, Frankie. PJ Moreland, Ben Hess, Seaver King, Pedro Martinez, Robin Ventura, Dustin Pedroia, Andrew Jones, backward Spencer Arati, optic. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. on like the Sunburst milestones. Cool looking card. But that's a senior, not junior. Brody Brecht and Charlie Condon. So that should be maybe have another fake out card in here, but I could be wrong. Did it fake out? Yeah, it's a fake out card. I don't know why they put the fake out cards in here because they don't even have relic cards in this product. It's not that I remember. Good for me for when I gotta ship stuff. Nice to have them, but don't need them. All right. Here we go. Next stack. Edgar Martinez, Cliff Lee, Chipper Jones, Jim Rice, Jimmy Rollins on the optic, Joe Mauer milestones, James Tibbs, Griff O'Farrell, Spencer Arati, Cal Ripken, Thomas Sagas, Johnny Mize, Eddie Matthews on the rainbow foil, Christian Moore. That is 19 of 49. Nobody had 19, but Christian Moore hits again. Dude, I tried to get the Bob Ross cards. I really did. And the Topps website was just not having it. The bots were just crushing everybody trying to buy regular. And it was bad. It was really bad. I tried very hard to get that product. You could probably hear me cussing for miles while I was trying to buy that. All right. Keeping it going. George Lombard Jr., Starlin Caba, Jim Catt, Pee Wee Reese, Luis Angel Acuna, Albert Pujols, Jeff Bagwell. Looks like we have a gold back there. Optic, Albert Pujols, Jacob Mazeroski, Boston Bateman, Michael Young, Jim Tomei, Brooks Lee, Heston Kjerstad, Trey Savage, and auto Abner Ubre. 110 of 199 on the Trey Savage. Sorry, no, not 110. It's 11. $11 of 199. Yeesh. Yeah, I really wanted to bring them on the channel, but website was not having it. In Urbe. That is not number on the Urbe. That is for the Milwaukee Brewers. So that's going to Greg. For the Brewers. All right. We got Braylon Daughtry, Cam Caminiti, Greg Maddux, Aaron Judge, Bobby Miller, Mariano Rivera, Bobby Witt on the Starburst, and then silver, bronze. Bobby Witt's not numbered. Andrew Walters, that is 37. Ash, ding, 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 ding. Ash, $5 break credit to you. Congrats on that one on the serial number giveaway. 37 of 149. Ash is a winner on that one. So I told y'all we're going to be giving away some break credit on this one. Fix this. I think I need to just fix this because this is actually one spot left. Shows my scroll bar is wrong. I said 3 and it's actually 1. There we go. All right. And last two on this stack, Rintaro Sasaki and Braylon Payne. All right, let's do this last stack. So this should have one more auto in it. Should. Except Panini likes to Panini us. See, like the thing was, the one thing I really do appreciate from a Topps perspective is with that score box is if we were short an auto, I could have sent that off to Topps and said, hey, you shorted me an auto. And they go, okay, here's an auto. Would it be a good one? Who knows? But I could have. All right, let's get these last ones done. Let's see. See if we're in a poker mood tonight. Oh, you think we're in a poker mood tonight? Does anyone online feel like they're in a poker mood tonight? All right, here we go. The last part of the Donruss hobby box. Got Jeff Bagwell, Yadier Molina, Ricky Henderson, Mike Piazza, Rhett Lauder on the optic card, Jim Tomei, Trey Morgan, Kendall George, Alex Gordon, Jim Palmer, Don Mattingly, Jimmy Rollins, Starlin Kaba. Not numbered. Jet Williams. Chase Burns. Spencer Jones. Jake Peavy. Juan Mercall. Deion Sanders. Rhett Lauder. Alex Gordon. Ooh, that's cool. Alex Gordon, 22 of 49. Lisa's off by a factor of 20, but she was kind of close. Not really, but Bobby Witt, 22 of 99, going to the Kansas City Royals on the blue explosion. Royals. Who had Royals? Brad Harriger had the Royals. Nice one there. It's a sweet-looking card on the Elite Series. All right. Tink Hentz. Billy Amick. James Wood. Manny Ramirez. Eddie Matthews. Heston Kjerstad. 16. No 16. 16 of 199. Augustine Ramirez with a Cliff Lee. Wow. I'm trying to remember Cliff Lee. Wow, that's going back for me. Cliff Lee on the Optic Silver behind it. Got a decent box. Oh, wow. I didn't even realize this. We have two Trey Savages side by side there. We're going for the Trey Savage rainbow here. Cliff Lee on the silver Optic, because they're both the Optic cards, too. Owen Cassie on the rated prospect. Walker Janik, Reggie Jackson, Roger Clemens, Erston Waldrop, Jackson Churio, Jim Palmer on the Optic. Leo DeVries, Marvels, Diamond Marvels, DeLauder, Robbie, Mike Bucina, Brett Campaniers? Bert Campaniers. Sammy Sosa. Billy Martin. Don Mattingly. Boy, that would have been nice if that was the auto. Diamond Kings behind that on a Trader Savage. Diamond Kings Optic Don Mattingly. Diamond Kings Silver. Jared Thomas. Bryce Cunningham. Jacob Wilson. Kumar Rocker. I feel like this next card is going to be an auto. Nope. It's not. 97 and 99. That is a Colt Emerson. Not numbered. The next one behind it could be an auto. Oh, you know what? Is it 3 autos or is it 3 autos or mem cards? Oh, I misread that. It's 3 autographs or memorabilia cards. I thought it was 3 autographs. Well, hey, then I'm happy we got 2 autographs. I'm pretty sure it's a mem on the back. I thought it was 3 autos for some reason. 97 and 99. No one had that number. And Griff O'Farrell and Aiden Miller for the Philadelphia Phillies. That is 20. Nobody had 20. 20 of 49 for the Aiden Miller. Nice for the Phillies. Jet Williams and Drew Gilbert. Phillies going to Cody Slotto. The Thunderbirds are in town this weekend, so Aiden's got his pre-op appointment on Friday, and we're gonna go over and see the air show same day afterwards because it's right next to each other. So that should be fun. Hope everything won't be too crazy getting in. All right, here we go. Aiden Miller, 20 of 49. Colt Emerson to 99. Focus doesn't want to work. Well, when it focuses, this is Augustine Ramirez, 16 of 199. Kyle Teal to 199. Let's pull the stand stuff here. We have an Andrew Walters. That was 37 of 149. That was a $5 break credit winner. Trey Savage, 78 and 99. Trey Savage again. That was 11 of 199. Christian Moore on the optic. That came in at 19 of 49. Bobby Witt, 22 of 49. Ivan Rodriguez, 3 of 149. And 2 autographs, Abner Urbe, but the really nice one, Christian Moore, on the optic autograph. Number to 35, 6 of 35 on Christian Moore. All right. I think we're going to do some late night poker. If you've never done break credit poker, it's fun, it's different, it's interactive, and it's kind of just a fun way of doing things. So I'm going to go ahead and close down and run the randoms. If you want to participate in late night poker in order to win some extra break credit for your future breaks, all you got to say is in the comment section is say, I'm in. If you say I'm in, then we will roll. We need 3 players for late night break poker. I need at least a minimum of 3 players. So I'm going to get these boxes and then run the basketball random, and then we're going to do late night break poker. My ankles be a cracking. Andrew says I'm in. Chad says I'm in. Greg says I'm in. All right, we got our minimum 3. All right, well, I get everything else in. So again, if you want to play in break night break poker, if you haven't said you're in yet, you can go ahead and say I'm in. And that's, for right now, all you have to do. This is an interactive event. It will give you a chance to win break credit. We're going to put, the more people that are in, the more break credit I will give away. Put it that way. Right now, the break credit giveaway for late night break poker for 3 participants is $10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I'm missing something. So we're going to do $10 break credit giveaway for late night break poker. So 9, 10. 11. Sorry, I'm getting the last couple of boxes here. All right. All right. I've got them all. We are buried in this one. All right. So I'm going to run the random again. Final call. I've got 7 people on. If you want to play late night break poker, you do not have to be in the break in order to get break credit. Just say I'm in the comments. I see 7 people watching. That's 7 people that could be playing poker with us. All you got to do is say I'm in, and then I will give you the instructions from there. So I'm going to go ahead and close down basketball. We've got 7 people in, or 8 people in. I've got 1 spot. I'm going to go ahead and take the second. I'm going to make sure that we have no other entries into that one. We're going to run that random. We have 14 blaster boxes of Monopoly basketball. We're going to be running here. All right. I got no more in, so we're going to go ahead and close this down. I'm going to go ahead and pick one last team here. Who are my choices left that I can go with here? Gotta run the random, so new giveaway. All right, let's go ahead and get in this random run and be nice. Monopoly. Team randoms, basketball. All right. So the Hawks have been taken. Bulls have been taken. Mavs have been taken. Warriors have been taken. Grizzlies have been taken. Bucks have been taken. Knicks have been taken. And the Thunder have been taken. 76ers have been taken. Anyone take them yet? Nope. All right. I'm going to go ahead and take the Wizards. All right. That's what I'm going with. Kevin says I'm in. There we go. We got a fourth entry in. So, all right. If we get a fifth player, I'll bump it up to $15 in break credit. Put this over here. Paste. Clear your sheet here. Here are folks and their teams. All right, and we're going to populate your random here in just a second. So we're going to pull the Wizards out. Make sure I took the Bulls out. Yep, okay. All right, so 3 6-sided dice. 6 5 4. We're going 15 times. Good luck. All right, and here are your teams. So we're going to run it down here real quick for this one. Andrew's got the Bucks and the Suns. He's also got the Warriors, the Mavs, the Nuggets, and the Raptors. He also has the Pistons, the Timberwolves, and the Spurs. Mr. Trokey's got the Grizz, the Nets, and the Cavs. Chad's got the 76ers, the Hornets, and the Kings. Ash has the Hawks, the Lake Show, and the Jazz. Jaw's got the Thunder, the Magic, and the Heat. Kevin's got the Bulls, the Rockets, and the Clippers. I've got the Wizards, Knicks, Pelicans, Blazers, Celtics, and Pacers. So that is how the cookie crumbles. Put this in my sheet. Tracking later. All right. And I'm going to get the tags together for this. All right, so NBA now up. So we had Kevin, Stevens, Ash, Andrew, Jaw, Mr. Trokey, and Chad. All right, so let's talk about how Break Night Poker is going to go. All right, so this is pretty simple. We have 14 boxes here, so I'm going to split it up in boxes of 2. That means there is 7 rounds. So we're going to do 7 rounds where you're going to pick a team. If your team that you pick pops up in the cards that we are about to rip, you will get a playing card. Right here. If you get a playing card, I will basically stack those playing cards out in front here. We'll go Chad, Andrew, Greg, Kevin. So you will stack your cards every time your team gets hit. You will get a playing card. There will be no wilds on this one. This will be a straight poker. Best 5-card poker hand wins $10 in break credit. If you drop off the live stream or you go to bed because it's taking too long, I am going to go with whatever your last team pick is until you tell me to change it. After 2 boxes each, I'm going to give you the option to change your team. If by the time I get done ripping all the packs open and ready to start showing cards and you haven't changed your team, I'm just going with your last pick. So for Chad, Andrew, Greg, and Kevin, go ahead and give me your first pick of a team. First pick of a team for late night break poker. Who do you think is going to show up in the first 2 boxes that we're about to rip? So I'm going to take the stack, put it right here, and I'm going to start on my left here. I'm going to start unburying myself over here. So you guys have until I finish ripping these boxes to pick a team. And I will write all of them down. So chat. So round 1. So I said I was going to go Chad, Andrew, Greg, and Kevin. All right, so Chad is going for the 76ers. So for round 1, Andrew is going for Golden State. Kevin's going for Boston. And Detroit. All right. Keep me honest. If I miss a card, I will try to say every time I hit that card, I will say, and there is one for this, and there is one for this. You do not get to see your cards before I reveal them. We'll flip them over before we do the recap. So 2 boxes each we're going to do. Empty box number 1. Empty box number 2. These went on. It's getting to the point where Target's almost like they can't give these things away. The fact they had these being sold for $14 each was like, okay, I can do a multi-box, almost a full case break of this for cheap for the group. Not going to bother me any. So I figured this would be, we've definitely seen a lot of these boxes. We have definitely seen a tale of 2 different sides of these boxes. The case, when we got the case from Panini that had the Luka Lakers card in it, that was a nice, super nice case. We got some real big cards, including that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander card, which I think sold for like $4,000 or something is what Becky told us. It sold for like $4,100. There was a 101 Shai Gilgeous-Alexander card. But we've also seen more recently that the stuff that came out of Target definitely has not been hitting the same serial number rate. We get more of those red waves than we have been. And I've been seeing that with some products more with retail where, like, if you get the hobby version and you buy the case of the hobby version, the case hits and the numbers are a little bit more plentiful than, say, the case hits for the retail blaster box cases. I've been consistently trying to look for basketball products that are on sale and seeing if we can kind of pull some of that stuff in. I think Mosaic basketball is really good this year. I've got several mega boxes of that we're going to do. Like I said, I think I'm going to save that for more next week. I'll do WWE this week. I always try to do 1 basketball, 1 baseball, and then kind of 1 variety. Most of the time it's NBA, but, you know, mix it up now and again. Occasionally we get something that I think is decent enough to throw a 4th break in there. So I'm trying not to stretch you all thin either. So, okay. All right. We got our playing cards right here. Again, I will stack them in accordance of the order I have written. So Chad will be the far left. Andrew will be the next. Greg will be the 3rd. And Kevin will be the 4th in the stack here. So, all right. Here we go. Nicholas Claxton. Jalen Green, red wave for the Rockets. Going to Kevin. Cody Williams, rookie for the Jazz. Klay Thompson, Michael Porter Jr., DeMar DeRozan. There's a Rishisher right there. We'll sleeve that one up. Celtics, Warriors, 76ers, and Pistons. Just making sure I didn't miss a Pistons card. I saw Pistons cards when I was stacking them, so I wasn't sure. Risha for the Hawks. We'll sleeve that one. Zion Williamson. There's your first Pistons card. So Pistons going to Kevin. So first card for Kevin. Right there. He's on the board. Kevin's on the board with Pistons. Ron Hall in the second. Khalil Ware for the Heat. There's a LeBron for the Lake Show. Chet Holmgren for the Thunder. Paulo Banchero. Steph Curry, there is a Warriors card. Golden State going to Andrew. There is your first playing card. You are on the board now. So we got our Steph Curry. We got a Kawhi Leonard for the Clippers. Shaq. Allen Iverson. That's a 76er card right there. That's going to Chad. Reed Shepard for the Rockets. DeAndre Ayton. Larry Legend for the Celtics. Everybody's on the board. There's one for Greg. Everybody's got a card. Oh. I had that backwards. Yep. All right. Flipped it. We're good. I wrote it down wrong. Yeah, Kevin had Celtics. I wrote it down wrong. My bad. See? Y'all keep me honest. At least I knew which ones they were. All right. They're good. Fixed it. Done. Now Larry just had to flip those cards around. All right. So Larry just got the Celtics card for Kevin. There you go. There's a nice red wave for the Bulls going to Kevin. There is a Matisse Bazulis for the Bulls red wave. So those are not numbered cards. Those red waves. But that's a nice one for the Bulls. All right. Then we got keeping it going. Cameron Thomas, Donovan Mitchell for the Cavs, Devin Vassell for the Spurs. I'm always confused. Donovan Clingan for the Trailblazers, Scoot Henderson. Kuminga for the Golden State Warriors going to Andrew. So that is your second playing card. You have a 2-card hand now. Nicholas Claxton, Jalen Tyson for the Cavs, Darius Garland for the Cavs, Victor Wembanyama, second year for the Spurs. Shaq again for the Lake Show. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander for the Thunder. Very nice. See that. Still can't believe we got the 101 out of that. It was black, so it threw me off because I was looking for like a gold vinyl. De'Aaron Fox, Cameron Johnson, Magic Johnson, Larry Legend. So there's one for the Celtics going to Kevin. Kevin's Celtics card. Blake Bridges, red wave for the Knicks. DeJounte Murray, Tim Duncan for the Spurs. Damian Lillard for the Bucks. Silver, Jacoby Walter. Joel Embiid for the 76ers. Chad, there's your second card. Dennis Rodman for the Bulls. Charles Barkley for the 76ers on that one. So there's another one for Chad. Chad's card number 3 for you. Luka for the Mavs and Zach LaVine for the Bulls. All right. That is your first 2 boxes. So you now have, by the time that I unwrap the next 2 boxes, to decide if you want to change your team. So far, the recap on that one, Chad got 3 cards. Andrew got 2 cards. Greg got 1 card. And Kevin got 2 cards. The high hitter in those 2 boxes, I'd say, was the Lakers and the Bulls, and the Spurs probably had the most cards I saw out of that. So, all right, go ahead. And if you want to update your team, go ahead and put it in the comment section. Chad's going to stick with the 76ers. Box number 1 opening. Andrew's going to change to the Lakers. All right. You are now on the Lake Show. And you guys are welcome to pick the same team as somebody else. You do not have to pick a unique team from anybody else. If all of you wanted the Lakers, then we could all do the Lakers, because it doesn't change the fact that you're still getting cards. So having the most cards doesn't mean as much as having the right cards. All right. Greg wants to stick with the Pistons. Kevin's going to switch to the Kings. All right, so Andrew and Kevin switched their teams. Greg and Chad stayed the same. empty box. Yeah, you definitely had a lot more numbered cards in that Panini case. So I mean, I would definitely do. I would definitely do another Panini case of blasters for this, but the retail stuff, I mean, at the price point's not bad. Great price point. I would truthfully kind of be shocked if Panini puts out well, they can't. It wouldn't be licensed. This is the last Prism Monopoly license set, honestly, because they're losing the license in less than a month. And then it's all Topps owns that NBA license. So yeah, so this theoretically is the last Monopoly basketball set. So no more Monopoly basketball after this. Unless they do NIL, which would be like Monopoly draft picks. I don't know if they're going to do that or bother with that. Four more packs here. Oh, y'all are probably seeing some of the teams and going, darn it, why did I take that team? What I want to see is some color. And more color than just a red wave. I want to see some millionaires color here. Show me the money. Show me the money. And we do have a red millionaires card. So we have something that's not a red wave. You can see it back there. Now we have the dice, the emoji dice coming. So, all right. Here you go. Tyrese Halliburton for the Pacers. Jalen Brunson for the Knicks. DeMar DeRozan for the Kings. There you go. Kevin with the Kings. There's a card for him. So he's up to 3. DeMar DeRozan for the Kings on the red wave. Lauri Markkanen for the Jazz. Brandon Miller for the Hornets. Michael Porter Jr. red wave for the Nuggets. Jalen Johnson for the Hawks. Furphy for the Pacers. Tristan DeSilva for the Magic. RJ Barrett. Mikal Bridges. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander base. Anthony Edwards. Zach Edey for the Grizz. Very nice. Draymond Green for the Warriors. Anthony already changed his team, so that's no longer valid. Kristaps Porzingis for the Celtics. Not in play anymore. Devin Booker. Chris Middleton. Jalen Green. Jared McCann for the 76ers. Very nice. Another one for Chad. He's up to 4. Shaq for the Lakers going to Andrew. Another 76er. Allen Iverson. So another card going to Chad. Allen Iverson, Klay Thompson, Matisse Bazulis for the Bulls base. Dennis Rodman for the Bulls. Jason Tatum for the Celtics. Jalen Green for the Rockets. Another Jared McCann for the 76ers. So another card for Chad. Chad's killing it with the Sixers right now. Yao Ming for the Rockets. Patrick Ewing for the Knicks. Klay Thompson for the Mavs. Mazulis for the Bulls. Devin Carter for the Kings. Another one going to Kevin. Dwayne Wade for the Heat. Red wave, Yao Ming for the Rockets. Cody Williams for the Jazz. LaMelo Ball for the Hornets. Jamal Murray for the Nuggets. Red wave for the Heat, Dwayne Wade. Zion for the Pelicans. Scotty Barnes. LeBron James silver. Nice. Let's leave that one. That is a Lake Show card, so that is a card for Andrew. Andrew's up to 4. Pistons are not doing very good by you there, Greg. Letting you down right now. All right, we've got a Chet Holmgren for the Thunder. Rishisher for the Hawks. Tim Duncan for the Spurs. Another Laker card, so that's another one for Andrew. Very nice. And Pascal Siakam for the Pacers on the dice emoji. Pacers went to the house. And Draymond Green. Pacers go to the house. Probably would have traded the Pacers if you asked me for them. Put the Knicks next to the Pacers in the stream. How the hell could I just pull something like that? All right. That is your second round complete. Go ahead and update your team picks if you want to change your team or if you want to stay the same. Round 2 is complete. You're now starting round 3. So put a comment if you want to change your team. Otherwise, you're going with your last pick. Got a feeling Chad's probably going to stick with the 76ers here. All right. Well, I'm going to unload these boxes. Kevin switching to the Bulls. It's a good pick. Chad sticking with the 76ers. Greg's going to the Lakers. Probably a good call. See if Andrew sticks with the Lakers as well. Empty box. Pull this one down. Yeah, you don't have to comment if you want to stick with your same team as well. So Kevin switching it up to the Bulls. Greg switching it up to the Lakers. Chad's going to stick with the 76ers. And Andrew has not commented, so as of right now, he's sticking with the Lake Show. I want to see something low numbered here. I want a 101. We need another 101. I'm making such a mess over here. I've been going through this old set of hockey cards I got, and it's kind of interesting. There's definitely some interesting cards. Like I found Martin Brodeur rookie card and those are Griffies, but there's a Jaromir Jagr rookie card as well as a Mike Richter and a John McClain top prospect card. So I've been kind of just sorting through this lot here that I got and just trying to see if there's anything like super valuable in there. I haven't found anything that I'm like, oh my God. I actually would have thought the Brodeur and the Jagr rookie cards would have commanded a little bit more money, but they're pretty weak on value. But hockey cards really don't carry a ton of value. I know that they had some of the newer rookies do, but like a lot of those legend guys just don't seem to carry any value in hockey. Unless I find like a Wayne Gretzky rookie card. I think I paid $100 for the lot. I got like several binders. So we'll see if I make that back or not. All right, round 3 is up. Here we go. Good luck, everybody. So Andrew did not update his. So Andrew and Greg will both be getting cards for the Lakers. Here we go. LaMelo, Jamal Murray, Zach LaVine for the Bulls. So there you go, Kevin. Kevin now has a card. Jacoby Walter, Franz Wagner, Scotty Barnes, Saloon for the Hornets, Luke for the Mavs, Carrington for the Wiz, Jaren Jackson Jr., Trae Young, Pascal Siakam, Kevin Durant, Damian Lillard, Julius Randle for the T-Wolves, Bradley Beal, Jaylen Brown, Charles Barkley for the 76ers, another one for Chad. Chad's got quite the hand going right now. Jalen Williams, Rob Dillingham, Jalen Brunson, Karl Anthony Towns, Dennis Rodman for the Bulls. There goes Kevin, catching up there. One of his own. Tyrese Maxey for the 76ers. Chad just takes another card right there. Larry Legend for the Celtics. Shaq. So that's 1 for Andrew and 1 for Greg. Dwayne Wade for the Heat on the Red Wave. Klay Thompson. Dwayne Wade base. Yao Ming for the Rockets. Patrick Ewing Silver Legend for the Knicks. Cody Williams. Jaden Ivey. It's the first Pistons card we've seen in a while. Bam Adebayo. Thunder Chet Holmgren. Zion. Zubac for the Lakers. Bronny. There's 1 for Andrew and 1 for Greg. And behind that, LeBronny. 1 for Andrew, 1 for Greg. Make sure I don't get these. Keep them all nice and separated. Very nice. Rishashur for the Hawks. Klingon for the Trailblazers. Jordan Poole for the Wizards. Steph Curry for the Warriors. Kawhi Leonard for the Clippers. Allen Iverson, again, another one for Chad. Yao Ming on the Red Wave. Bazulis for the Bulls. And Jalen Green. So those boxes were kind of duddy. They were fuddy-duddy. All right. I saw them on the shelf for $14. I'm like, I don't know how I don't buy this. Like, I can't remember the last time I saw a blaster box for $14. Especially one where you can pull one-on-ones out of it. Ooh, just whack the camera. All right, so this is round 4. So if you want to change your team, you can go ahead and do so. Just update it in the comment section. For the last bowl. Is there a last bowl there? Oh, you're right. Yep, Bazulis. Thank you. You're good. All right, so if you want to update your teams, go ahead and do so in the comment section. Otherwise, I will assume you're sticking with the same. Good catch. Thank you, Kevin. Got into a rhythm there. Yep, I got that one. We are good. All right, empty box. Yeah, all right. So everyone's good on theirs. We got Kevin caught up on his. So go ahead. If you want to change your team, go ahead and make the comment. If you don't want to change your team, you do not need to comment. Kevin's going 76ers. Okay. He's coming and riding the Chad train. Ah, you're good. Come on, the ride train. Come on and ride the ride train. Oh, now that song, that stupid NFL float song is now getting stuck in my head. I think we might have lost Andrew, unless he probably hasn't been commenting because he doesn't want to change the teams. So basically what we've got now is Chad has got the 76ers, and so does Kevin, and then Andrew and Greg both have the Lakers. So I only have to look for 2 teams now. I'll probably just jinx the 76ers. Who knows? I mean, Chad's been doing pretty good with it. I might run out of cards here soon. If I run out of cards, I run out of cards, and then we go with what we got. I don't think I've ever done it with this many boxes before, so that's what's kind of interesting with this one. I just want to see something else aside from a red wave. I got ghost gnats flying around my head. We've been having the gnats have been terrible in our area lately, and they're really been bugging the hell out of Lisa and I. And so I swear we feel like it's just like our hair moving, and we're like, there's a gnat in here. No, there's not. Just all right, here we go. Lakers till the end. That's what Andrew says. All right. Tyson, Kawhi, Red Wave, Ayton, Curry, Duncan, Johnson, Lakers. One for Andrew, one for Greg. But there's no 76er behind it. James Harden, there's a Laker. One for Anthony, one for Greg. Larry Legend, Paulo, Cade, Jimmy Butler, Ron Holland, Brandon Ingram, Isaiah Collier, Michael Portman, Zach LaVine for the Bulls, silver, Cameron Thomas, Donovan Mitchell, DeMar DeRozan, Nicholas Claxton, Steph Curry, Red Wave. Let's leave that one. Reed Shepard, Yao Ming, Patrick Ewing, Kyrie Irving, Kobe White, Brandon Miller, Dwayne Wade. That is a true red. First numbered card to 149, 44, 149, Zach Edey, rookie. Nice. That's a good one. Going to Mr. Trokey. All right. Finally got a numbered card in this one. About time. Zach Edey. He was reading Rookie of the Year for a while last year, but then I think he tailed off. All right. Markkanen, Da Silva, RJ Barrett, Jalen Johnson, Furphy, Edwards, Edey again, Mikal Bridges, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Devin Booker, Chris Middleton, Red Wave, Victor Wembanyama, second year, Porzingis, Rodman, Barkley, one for the 76ers, so that's one for Chad, one for Kevin. Scoot Henderson and Alfred Sengun for the Rockets. All right, that is round 4 done. 5, 6, 7, yeah. So we're going. I think he did too. All right, so next round, you can go ahead and change your team if you want to. Andrew's already said he is Lakers till the end. So, all right, I'm going to go these 2 boxes on the right. So go ahead and update your team if you want. Otherwise, I will assume you're sticking with the same. I think the Bulls have hit fairly well. Definitely feel like I've seen a lot of Bulls cards. Everyone else has been a little more hit or miss. Oh, Garth down. Empty box. Chad staying with the 76ers. He's riding the 76ers on this one. Kevin's going back to the Bulls. All right. I'm trying to think, what would the case hit be in this? I think it's just a numbered card, realistically. Or it's the White Millionaire. Or a Millionaire Black. Oh, yeah, I forgot. There's color blasts in these. The Black Money Blasts. Forgot about those cards. There's chances at black color blast cards in this product. That's the thing, though, is like, as hard as this thing is to hit, there are some really big cards in here. Like, there are some chances at some pretty monster cards. And so, in some respects, it's like, man, if nobody else is ripping this stuff, I mean, how many Black Money Color Blasts are sitting out there? How many of the 101s are still sitting out there? So, like, when they go on sale, it's almost like hard to ignore it because it's like, man, I could be ripping boxes for days just hunting for stuff. And, you know, there is some real big type hit stuff in here. And obviously they're struggling to get rid of it. This one breaker I follow, he has 3 different levels of bounties out there, right? And he has a minor bounty, a major bounty, and a mega bounty. His major bounty, which is, it's a 3-numbered, it's a serial number to 3 digits, is over $10,000 right now. That he's basically had 2+ months where nobody's hit his major bounty. And if somebody hits, they win over $10,000. It's kind of wild. It's a pretty wild thing. All right. All right, so I'm going to write this down. So Kevin's going back to the Bulls. Everyone else is staying the same. Turn these up real quick. All right. That's why I check something real quick. Okay. Serial number 82, Jordan. That's what he asked for. Oh, everything just cracked in my back. All right, here we go. Round 5. Good luck. Really want to see something big come out. Devin Carter, Jokic, Kuminga, Harden, Tatum, Castle. That's 1 Castle for the night. Lake Show again. Andrew, Greg, Cunningham, Giannis, Sar. It's the first Sar tonight. Jimmy Butler, Brandon Ingram, Banchero, Dwayne Wade Red Wave, Donovan Mitchell, Ja Morant, Joel Embiid. There's the 76ers. So another card for Chad. Isaiah Collier, Cameron Thomas, LaMelo, Jamal Murray, Victor Wembanyama, Scoot, Claxton, Tristan De Silva, Red Wave. We'll sleeve that one. It's the rookie. Cameron Thomas, Mitchell, Porter, DeRozan, Zach Edey, Red Wave. We'll sleeve that one up too. Isaiah Collier, Khalil Ware, Silver, Jimmy Butler, Brandon Ingram, Charles Barkley, 76ers. Another card for Chad. Tim Duncan for the Spurs. Anthony Davis for the Lakers. So 1 for Andrew, 1 for Greg. Cade for the Pistons. Patrick Ewing for the Knicks. Dennis Rodman, 1 for Kevin for the Bulls. Kuminga, James Harden, Ron Holland, Yao Ming, Wemby, and Scoot. So that one was not so good. I spent more time just ripping the packs than we did going through it. It's like making dinner. It was like making dinner. You spend all that time, hours in the kitchen, slaving away just to find out it took you about 5 minutes to eat it all. All right. Our stack of remaining cards is not much left here. We got 2 rounds left. So if you want to change your team, go ahead and do so. I think everyone's got a good shot at something. Let's see if anyone gets a royal flush. If you tie on the royal flush, all the people who tie win, period. So, all right, so let me know if you want to change your team. Empty box. Empty box. This is round 6 of 7. I wouldn't mind just finding a case of this. Chad's going to just stick with the 76ers. Not a bad call. Drops. All right. Kevin's going to jinx the Lake Show to try to slow down the Lake Show train. Got it. Lake Show. We got 3 people running at the Lake Show. He's trying to jinx the Lake Show train. Got it. All right. I think Chad's got hands down the most cards so far in this one. But Andrew and Greg are not that far behind. Kevin, I know at least you have 5 cards. It'll be interesting how this one spits out. The last time we did this, someone actually had a straight flush. I was like, oh my. It was actually quite impressive to have a straight flush on it because I was not expecting that. Because we didn't even pull that many cards off the deck to get that straight flush. All right, last pack. All aces. All blues. All right, here we go. Tyson, Vassell, Porzingis, red. Ayton, Claxton, Larry Legend, red wave. Mitchell, Shepard, Porter, DeRozan, Collier, Thomas, Pistons, Heat, Kelly Ware, Jimmy Butler, Ingram, Morant, Banchero. 1 card for Andrew. 1 card for Greg. 1 card for Kevin on the Lake Show. Cade, Duncan, Sarr, Kuminga, Harden, Claxton. 1 card for Chad with the Tyrese Maxey red. Murray, Ayton, Porter, DeRozan, Sengun red. Joel Embiid, 1 card for Chad. Barkley, another card for Chad for the 76ers. Duncan, Levine, Walter, Ewing, Rodman, Saloon, Luka, Ware, Yao. The card just stuck to each other. Siakam for the Pacers. Banchero, Holland, Randall, and Bradley Beal. And I think we got hosed even a special number, or a special card there. I think we only had 3. I'm sure I didn't miss only 1, 2. Oh, we got 4 red waves. Ugh. All right, last round. Final round. Dang. Thought we'd at least get a little bit more coming out of this, but it is what it is, and a roll is a roll, and a toll is a toll. And if we don't get no tolls, then we don't get no rolls. It's a very good movie quote. Empty box. Empty box. All right, last round. Kevin's going with the Heat. He jinxed the Lakers on that last one to try to slow down the train of everyone else. Chad picked up the train and ran with it. So I'm trying to remember who has that Charizard bat knob. Is it a Tampa Bay Ray, like Junior Caminero, that had that Charizard bat knob card? Can't remember. I might have to start looking at eBay breaks for Tier 1, looking for case breaks of Tier 1 and see if I can maybe pick some of those off. Kevin's bringing the heat at the end. Oh, Chad, you want to change to the Magic? You said last pack Magic. Just kidding. Tired of seeing red waves. No more red waves. Here come the Laker cards. Yeah, no kidding. That's a good little thing to do with this break, because obviously we've been a little bit on the lackluster on the hits on these. So got some Topps Chrome basketball mega boxes that will probably do like a 4th stack of those. Or maybe do like 2 Mosaic, 2 Topps Chrome mega boxes. What team is Longoria on? I think you're right. I thought it was a Rays card, but that's where I could be not remembering it. I just don't remember what team he would have been for on that. All right. Here we go. Last round. Good luck. Michael Porter Jr., DeMar DeRozan. There's the Lake Show. LeBron. Greg. Chet Homer, like I said, if I run out of cards, I'm out of cards, and that's where it ends. Claxton, Tyson, Rishisher for the Hawks, Zion, Vassell, Klingon, Cody Williams, Klay Thompson, Jordan Poole, Red Wave, LaMelo, Bazulis. Yeah, that's what I remember these two with the Rays. Jalen Green, Zubac, Bronny. 1 for Andrew, 1 for Greg. Jamal Murray for the Nuggets. Jared McCain, 1 for Chad on the 76ers. Ron Holland, Khalil Ware, Steph Curry, Kawhi Leonard, Chris Middleton, Scotty Barnes, another 1 for Chad, 76ers. Draymond Green, Allen Iverson, and that is the final card. I have literally stealthed the entire deck. Allen Iverson, Devin Booker. Ooh, we do have a shimmer. We do have a gold millionaire shimmer. All right. Franz Wagner, Jalen Green, Patrick Ewing. So I have no more to give. No more cards to give. We're going to save that one for the end here. Bazulis, Wade, Yao, Cody Williams, Klay Thompson, Ivy. There was a heat, but it came. Where did I miss a heat? The last card before Chad's. Hold on. Let me go backwards here. Does the last one go? Oh, you think you're right. So I think that last one, so that last card for Chad does go to Kevin. You're right. I got that. So I moved that over. I have no more cards to give. Yep. All right. Yeah, I got it. Well, now I'm out of cards, so I don't have any. I don't have any more to put down. I've literally dealt the entire deck. The entire deck has been dealt. There are no more cards. There are no more cards left in the deck. So that's what I said. When I'm out, I'm out. So there's no more cards to give him. Yeah, so I got that over to him right now. So Kevin, you did get that last card. All right. So finish this. Bazulis, Wade, Yao Ming, Cody Williams, Thompson, Ivy, Adebayo, Rishisher, Williams, Zubac, Bronny, LeBron, and Chet Holmgren. All right. We do have a millionaire. Yes, it is going to be interesting for a lot of reasons. Let me fix the camera here. All right, let me fix that. Ethan is not wanting to go to sleep tonight. All right, last card. This is a yellow gold or something. It is a millionaire shimmer. Prism. Is it a rookie? Does not appear to be a rookie. It's got kind of some Giannis hair, maybe. I do not know who that is. That is a Brandon Miller for the Charlotte Hornets. That is to Chad. 105 of 500. A lot higher number than I was expecting. But it is a millionaire shimmer card for the Hornets. So, very nice, Chad. You still got the card. All right, that was a little on the disappointing side. I was expecting better, but I'm glad we did late night poker with it. So we definitely made it a lot more interesting than it could have been. All right, so I think it's probably safe to say that we're going to go with our baseline hand is we're going to go with Kevin. So these are Kevin's cards. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 cards here. All right, so Kevin's best 5 hand. We're going to kick him off here. Got a 10 of diamonds, a jack of spades, an 8 of hearts, an ace of diamonds, a 7 of clubs, a king of spades. So if he gets a queen, he's got a straight. Another jack. So he has a pair of jacks right now. He's got 2 pair with an 8 of clubs. Is he going to get the full house? A king of hearts. He has 3 pair. That doesn't count. So right now he's got a pair of kings and a pair of jacks, his best hand with an ace high. A 2 of hearts. That one's not going to get it done. And Kevin's last card, an ace of hearts. So Kevin has a 2 pair, aces and kings with a jack high. So that is the standard to beat for break credit right now. 2 pair, kings, aces and kings. All right, so we're going to go do Greg now. We're just going to probably work our way right across the board here. So Greg has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Greg actually has the same number, and I know it's because I think Greg got skunked in that one round. So, all right, here we go. Greg has a 7 of diamonds, an ace of spades, a 10 of hearts, a 3 of diamonds, a 9 of diamonds. He's 2 diamonds away from a flush. A 9 of spades, a 6 of clubs, a 7 of hearts. He has a pair of 7s and a pair of 9s. A jack of diamonds. If he gets an 8, he has a straight. A 9, he has a full house right now. 9s over 7s. His last card, a 4 of diamonds. 1, 2. Do you have a flush? Well, actually, a full house beats a flush. 2, 3, 4. You had a flush, but your full house beats that. So right now, the mark to beat is 9s over 7s full house. So Greg is in the lead with 9s over 7s. All right, so now I got Andrew coming up. Not 9s over 7s full house. All right, Andrew has kicking him off with a queen of hearts, 6 of diamonds, a 3 of hearts, 3 of clubs, a 5 of hearts, a 10 of spades, a 4 of hearts. Well, you've got the start makings of a straight flush starting here. A queen of diamonds. I understand, hon. I'll probably go in there in a minute. A 3 of spades. So you have a pair of, right now you have a full house, 3s over queens. A 2 of clubs. An 8 of diamonds. A 5 of spades. A 9 of spades. Or 9 of clubs. Don't know how to say things. A 10 of clubs. And a queen of clubs. So your best hand is going to be a full house of 3s over queens. Full house, 3s over queens right now is the mark. Well, is the top. Well, you both have full houses. Technically, Greg's full house is a better full house than Andrew's full house. All right. Now we come to Chad, who's got a lot of cards here. All right, we got 2 of diamonds for Chad, an 8 of spades, a 6 of hearts, a 4 of clubs, a joker. Oh, I forgot I have jokers in here. Yeah, so they're wild. I do have wilds in here because I forgot I have jokers in here. Well, that's going to make it interesting for Chad now because we haven't seen any other jokers yet. Well, there's the 6s. 5 of diamonds. He's got 2 6s and a joker, so that's... He's got 6s over 5s right now, technically. 4 of spades. I forgot that I had the jokers in here still, too. 2 of spades. 7 of spades. Well, he's got a 5, 6, 7, and he's got the joker. Actually, he has a straight flush. He's got a joker, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. He's got most of the spades going right now. He's got the entire... Well, it doesn't matter. Even without the joker, he has the legit straight flush right now. King of clubs, king of spades, or king of diamonds, queen of spades, another joker, Jack of clubs, and an ace of clubs. But from everything, he has the legit straight flush. So Chad is your winner. Even without the jokers, Chad's the winner. If you put the jokers in there, he has a royal flush. Because then he'd have this, that, and that. But he has the legit fix. Hey, you saw me put the cards there. I would have given them to anybody else if they were legit, but all right. So Chad's got it. So Chad gets $10 in breaks credit. Congrats, Chad. You are the winner of break credit. All right. That is going to do it for us this evening. So we're going to do Cactus Jack tomorrow. We're going to do, I think it's Finest and Logo Fractor and Topps Chrome Hobby with some select mega boxes for Friday night. So, all right, y'all. Thanks all for joining in. Thanks for all joining in all the breaks. Appreciate everybody. I hope you all have a great rest of your week, and we will catch you all later. That was fun.